Alrighty guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be having a bit of a look at a new and improved GhostFace build. Now before you have a quick look and go, wow, Tinkerer on GhostFace, Discordance Pop, and Dragon's Grip, let me just walk you through the thought process behind the build. Now if we all know GhostFace is 115% movement speed killer. He can crouch with a penalty towards his movement. He can also hide his red stain as well as his heartbeat by pressing M2, activating his ability, which will be give him a shroud, which he can be broken out of for a survivor looking at him for 2 seconds approximately within the center of the screen. Now let's look at the thought process behind the madness. Now Tinker received a really big buff not too long ago. It's going to pretty much proc at 70% as opposed to a generator at 85%. When this procs, you'll have no heartbeat for 16 seconds. So even if you are forced to leave a chase where a survivor is going to break you out of your ability because you have your back turn, Tinker can activate. Now this gives you no heartbeat. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, no. Right now the whole build is going to be showcasing the brand new perk that has came into the game called Dragon's Grip. Now what does Dragon Grip actually do? After regressing a generator through a kick, therefore not through surge, not through ruin, but through a manual kick, for the next 30 seconds, for the first survivor to interact with the generator, they will scream, and they will have their aura revealed to you for 4 seconds. Therefore, you're going to be able to see them. You're going to be able to know if it's a male or a female. And basically, they will have an instant down on them for the next 60 seconds. This means if you are to return to the generator and hit a survivor on that generator, they will go down. Now, it takes 80 seconds to do a generator yourself. 80 seconds. This perk will be active for 60 seconds. A generator will show me if somebody's been continued to work on it at 70% progress. Therefore, if this person taps the generator and stays on the generator, and the generator activates through Tinkerer, I am going to have approximately 12.5 seconds to rotate to the generator and down him with a form of lethality still, allowing that I'm going to be able to get Pop Goes Weasel regression on the generator that he decided to stick to with no heartbeat as well, based on Tinkerer. Now, I could run no Tinkerer and replace it with Sloppy Butcher for consistency on multiple injured targets. That is a plausible option as well. I could also look at replacing Discordance. Now, the reason I have Discordance, it is integratable with At Your Own Leisure, Thrilling Tremor, or Barbecue and Chili. I take Discordance because this is going to give me mass information of multiple people are. I don't have Corrupt Intervention, so I need to know what is happening at the start of the trial. If I were to run Corrupt, I'd be funneling people together. You'll know my normal Ghostface build, I currently run Corrupt, Pop, Discordance, and Sloppy Butcher, and it works really well. Pop Goes a Weasel, obviously integratable with Surge for the consistency on an S+ tier perk called Sloppy Butcher on Ghostface, which I don't actually have showcased in this build. Now, if we're going to quickly have a bit of a recap, we've got Discordance to know where people spawn, where people stack, how many of them spawn there. We also have Tinkerer to know if somebody's working on a gen. So, in a scenario, I'm going to be able to be chasing Megan, I'm going to have information through Discordance, and I'm also going to have information through Tinkerer. Now, I suddenly know where all 4 survivors are on the map. That's a lot of information for a killer to have. You cannot react to a situation like that appropriately and be able to apply pressure everywhere at once. It's not going to work that way, but with enough practice, you're going to be able to value certain generators a little bit more than other generators and positioning on the map. Now, the way Tinkerer works, like I was explaining before, when a generator is at 70% complete, your heartbeat disappears. So if I can hold onto my shroud, I can also time my shroud as well. If I'm going in for the generator and I'm not going to make it within the 16 seconds, I can activate my Night Shroud, which is this ability here, to remove my heartbeat to get that little bit closer, to get the hit through Dragon's Breath, which is going to give me lethality and allow me to down a survivor in 1 hit. I'm going to be able to tell if the survivor greeds to the generator. If I were to be putting on a perk like Surveillance, Surveillance isn't going to tell me if the survivor sticks to a generator. They can tap the generator and run away. At least with Tinkerer, I'm going to know if they stuck with it to complete the generator as well, giving me that form of information. If I were to integrate something out of this build, I'd be looking at getting rid of Discordance, like I said, for either Corrupt Intervention or Sloppy Butcher. Pop is a very good perk, especially for the fact that I need to manually regress a generator through a kick, therefore it will not work through Surge, it will not work through Ruin either. This is just one of the looks at a new and improved Ghostface build that I do have in the works going too, and if you guys want to stay tuned, there'll be more gameplay and content provided of this Ghostface build too. The new perk that you can see on the right hand side has just came into as a DLC in Dead by Daylight called the Blight. It's a level 30 unlockable teachable perk too. There are some really great perks that he has, but I feel that this can make a very strong Ghostface build, and I can't wait to show you guys some of the content with it too. Anyways guys, thank you for watching the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more educational, informative Dead by Daylight killer and survivor content. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do educational, informative DBD killer and survivor stuff over at Twitch. If you guys want to tune into the live streams as well, if you think you know everything about DBD, you can help me teach the people that don't. Anyways guys, thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in the fog in the next video.